I was sitting in the Phoenix, Arizona at a hotel restaurant one evening. I remember sitting there and I finished eating. I was on my way back. It was a Sunday night and I'd been out there for business. And so I finished my dinner. I paid the bill, gave them my credit card or my debit card related to my business. It was attached to that bank account. So they suddenly came back and said, sir, this card's not working. What do you mean it's not working? The card, I knew the card, there was money in the bank. Put the card back through again. It must have been on your end. Sure enough, they came back and said, sir, the card was declined and it was rejected and we can't take it. Okay. So I immediately started scrambling. I had other cards, but I thought, let me just pay cash. So I paid cash, got the receipt and left, but it bothered me as I thought about it overnight because I couldn't call my bank. I had to wait till the next day on Monday. And so I began to think about, were there anybody around me business-wise that, oh, his card was declined, maybe he doesn't have it. You know, you go through all these things in your mind because I remember specifically being behind a woman that was literally one time in a checkout line, gave 4 different cards. They were all declined and the 5th one finally worked. And I remember I thought this woman's got to be embarrassed because this means really she hasn't been paying her bills and she's maxed out every credit card. So it was rejected. My card was rejected. It was declined, and that was it. Well, the next day I found out it was my fault because that card, specific card, had been, well, I guess in some type of a bundle of cards that had been compromised. And so they shut the card down and they issued me a new one, but I didn't have it yet. And of course, I didn't read the mail. So that was on me. It's one thing to have a credit card rejected or declined, but have you ever been rejected? Have you ever felt like, well, you weren't accepted? It's a hard thing. Sometimes in life we feel like we haven't been accepted or we feel unacceptable because of something that we've done, some place that we've been, something that we need to do and haven't done, some place that we have gone. You name it, there are so many different ways that we will often feel unacceptable to others. We feel like we're outside the margin, outside the tribe, almost like being on that show Survivor where they take the torch and shut it down and say, you are out of the tribe. It's horrible to feel that way. But I've got good news. If you've ever felt unaccepted, if you've ever been unacceptable to other people, did you know that those are the people that are actually around Jesus? That's what we're going to be talking about this coming Sunday. Another person, another unlikely person who had a close encounter with Jesus, but this one became very, very close. He's going to have a lot of similarities to a man that we looked at earlier in this series, but he was probably one of the most, if you look at it in retrospect, he was probably one of the most unlikely and unacceptable close followers of Jesus that there could have ever been. And there was a reason for it, and we're going to talk about it. This coming Sunday, September 1st, right here at Community Bible Church in Dania Beach. This Sunday, we're looking at the subject, Unaccepted. If you've ever felt unaccepted, if you've ever felt unacceptable because of who you are, because of what you've done, because of where you've been, because of, you can fill in the blank, this message will be for you. And also, if you've ever found other people unacceptable, this message is for you too, because we're going to see how Jesus treated this particular man, and you might be surprised. If you're coming in person this Sunday, September 1st, we have 2 morning worship services in person for you, one at 9:45 a.m. and one at 11 o'clock a.m. If you can't come in person, then join us online at our YouTube channel at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or you can, at any time later after the 11 a.m. service, watch us on demand. We know there's a lot of folks that like to do that too. And by the way, if you've missed any of the messages in this series, I want to encourage you to go back and watch them on our YouTube channel as we've looked at several different topics and several different unlikely people in the life of Jesus. Find out these are the people that he hung around and the people that wanted to be around him. So if you've ever felt unacceptable, if you've ever found other people unacceptable for some reason, this message is for you. This coming Sunday, September 1st, right here at Community Bible Church in Dania Beach. Once again, we're located 1 mile west of I-95, 1 mile east of 441 at the corner of Griffin Road and Southwest 30th Avenue. One way or another, we hope to see you this coming Sunday, September 1st.